The thing that watches minds. I've worked as a park ranger for 12 years. In that time, I've seen a lot of things people don't expect to find in the woods. Bears, mountain lions, missing hikers who wandered too far off trail. But about 3 months ago, something started happening that I still can't explain. Every night during patrol, I would hear something deep in the forest. A growl, not loud, not aggressive, just there. At first I assumed it was an animal, but the longer I listened, the more I realized something about it was wrong. It didn't sound like a bear. It didn't sound like a wolf. It almost sounded like something trying to imitate a growl, like it had heard the sound before, but didn't quite understand how it worked. My wife started noticing I was getting home later and later. She's the county sheriff, so she's used to weird situations. But even she started asking questions. Why are you staying out so late? Are you looking for something? I kept telling her the same thing. I'm just doing extra patrol. The truth was, I didn't know what I was looking for. I just knew something was out there. And every night it sounded a little closer. One night I finally decided to track the sound. The forest was quiet. Too quiet. No insects, no wind. Just the sound of my boots moving through the dirt and leaves. Then I heard it again. Closer this time. A low, dragging growl coming from somewhere between the trees. I turned my flashlight toward the sound. At first I didn't see anything. Then something moved. Tall, thin, and wrong in a way I can't fully explain. It was standing between two trees about 30 yards away. The shape of a person, but stretched. Its arms hung too low. Its head tilted slightly like it was studying me. And that's when I realized something. It wasn't looking at my body. It was looking at my face. More specifically, my eyes. I should probably explain something about myself. I have a condition called aphantasia. It means I can't picture things in my head. No images, no mental pictures. When most people close their eyes and imagine something, they see it. When I close mine, there's nothing. Just a kind of bright fog, like light moving behind my eyes. I've always assumed that's what my mind looks like from the inside. And somehow, that thing in the forest could see it. The creature tilted its head further, almost like it was confused. Then everything went blank. The next thing I remember, I was standing alone in the forest. My flashlight was on, but I couldn't remember why I was there. I knew my name. I knew I was a park ranger, but I couldn't remember where the ranger station was, or how I had gotten into the woods. Panic started creeping in. I began walking. Then I heard my wife's voice, clear as day.
Come home.
I stopped. The forest was empty, but the voice came again.
Come home.
At first I thought I was imagining it, until I noticed something strange. The voice got louder whenever I felt watched, like something was standing close to me, within a few feet. Every time that feeling appeared, my thoughts started slipping away again. That's when it hit me. Whatever I saw earlier, it wasn't just watching me, it was doing something to my mind. I kept walking until exhaustion finally caught up with me. I sat down at the base of a tree, and at some point, I must have fallen asleep. Because the next thing I remember was opening my eyes and seeing it standing over me, 6 feet away, completely still. Watching. I couldn't move, but something strange started happening in my head. That bright fog behind my eyes began moving, like mist shifting in slow motion. Colors appeared inside the light. Soft blues, faint gold, almost like I was made of drifting air. Then I noticed something else, a thin silver line stretching from the back of my head. It trailed across the ground behind the tree where I had been sleeping, like a cord. For some reason, The creature seemed fascinated by it. It leaned slightly closer. That was enough to break whatever trance I was in. I jumped to my feet and ran. Branches snapped under my boots. The forest blurred past me in darkness. I couldn't hear the creature following me, but I could feel it. Moving through the shadows between trees, always behind me, always just out of sight. I ran until I reached a small creek that cuts through the park. The moment I stepped into the water, the feeling vanished. The forest behind me was completely still. The creature never came closer. Morning light was starting to rise through the trees, so I made my way back to the ranger station. When I got there, I tried calling my wife. My phone wouldn't turn on. When I opened the back cover, the battery was missing. I sat down at my desk, still trying to make sense of everything. Empty bottles from previous shifts were scattered across the room. That's when I heard her voice again. Right behind me. Soft. Clear.
I miss you. Please come home. You should have. You
should have come home earlier.
I turned around. The station was empty. The radio was off. My phone was dead. But the voice was still there, inside my head, and sometimes, late at night. I swear I can still feel something standing about 6 feet away, just watching.